to restart my computer if I disconnect my VPN. Like, part of me is worried that this could be a get out of here. God, it's ridiculous. I swear Razor's software could legally be considered a computer virus. But why? I have so many questions and so few answers, guys. I think that's what it comes down to. I have so few answers and so many questions. I said the same thing but backwards, but you get the idea. We're going to go ahead and go to the capture camera. You're wrong. You're incorrect. Now you are correct. You are fully correct now. Congratulations. I hope you feel happy about yourself. But yeah, we have some projects going. First one was the light. The light was a success. So far, we are 1 for 1. All this stuff out of where I need to be for the camera here. And we gotta like reconfigure some of this stuff going on to make it like not incorrect. Are you like, oh no, you go like this, I think. Go like this, maybe. No. That's probably fine. Then if we disconnect those. There, now we got plenty of space. Yeah, we can go ahead and clean this off, I guess. This is my e-bike battery. It got dirty, so this is just a bonus project. Because in case anybody decides to watch this, I'll give them a moment to file in, right? But now I'm taking it off because I don't want to get my workbench all dirty. Well, yeah, my e-bike, I got it all ready for another season of riding. I replaced the tires, which was an extreme pain on it because, like, the tires that it came with, like, I swear they glued them down. Like, I could, like, the front tire was, like, really bad to remove. The back one wasn't as bad, like, by far. But it was still difficult. And then, yeah, I ended up having to remove one of the new ones again because despite double checking like 17 times that I had it in the correct way because they're directional tires. I guess I should have checked an 18th time because it wasn't. So I had to switch her around. So there you go. Check out my stream results. Yeah, probably like the worst. Yeah, nothing too crazy going on. Okay. So yeah, we got two things done. We got the what's it called cleaned off too. Battery. There we go. It's the nice thing about having just these concrete floors. It's like, yeah, go ahead and get crap on them. Like anybody cares, right? You just go over them with the vacuum every once in a minute, and you're good. Yeah, it looks like 0 dropped frames, so OBS might have been my, or not OBS. My VPN might have been my issue. So this stream powered by Surfshark. Well, the last stream was powered by Surfshark VPN. So if you want that kind of blazing fast performance, go to Surfshark VPN and be miserable. There goes my Surfshark brand deal. Yeah, I know. Shocking, right? Anyway, so we got some projects going. I got a couple that I need to get done. You could do from like simplest to least simple. That would be fun. Simplest to least simple. I like. Let me like do that. There we go. Now you can actually see me. Hello. So yeah, we can do simplest to least simple. And the simplest is going to be this guy right here. Test leads. They're fun, aren't they? You stick them on things and you measure junk and all that. It's fun. Somebody would call that fun, right? I think. But yeah. So the thing is, with these, the issue is this tape. Now these test leads are from a multimeter. My Fluke ET88 vehicle. It's a multimeter specifically designed for automotive use cases. And yeah, it was made in the space year of 1996, and so was I. So that's how old it is, I guess, which is kind of crazy if you think about it, because I mean, like, they really haven't changed all that much. Like, this is a process meter from, like, I don't know, probably late 2000s, and they're all like the same, essentially. Do they have a copyright date on you anywhere? I don't know. This one has my name on it, so I'm trying not to dox myself too much. Okay. Nope. No date on it. You'd think they'd put a date on it, but they don't. But this is a process meter, but it's essentially a multimeter with extra steps. And this guy and this guy are like very, very similar. And this one's like probably 15 years newer. So there you go. That's the visual advancements of Fluke. But honestly, I like the look of Fluke meters. They're nice. They're pretty. So they're hard to lose because of this color, right? Anyway, yeah, we're going to be fixing some of the leads that came with it, because I don't know what the heck is going on here. Well, the black lead's fine. The black lead's perfectly fine. No issues with it. Might give it a quick clean off, but other than that, like, she's good. And like the interesting thing with these leads is they're designed so that you can just pop alligator clips on them, I think. So that's a little different. Yeah, but yeah, this is an issue to me. I don't like this. So we're gonna fix this. Does this lead even work? We should probably test it and see if it even works. Because we might also be fixing it today if it doesn't work. But place your bets in the comments or whatever. Go, and we'll take you as well. Come, and you go to you. Very visible screen under this much light. I used to have a Southwire meter that I really liked for like the screen visibility. Like in person it's fine, but on camera you can't see it. My Southwire was great. Somebody stole it from me though. Somebody broke in my truck. Jerks. But anyway, that should be beeping, but it's not. Let's try another one. This is an alligator clip, but it'll be fine. Take my word for it. It'll be okay, guys. Yeah, that's working. A little bit of load on here. It's weird, but okay. Let's try this one. That's fine. It's weird that you see a bit of load there. And then this one, nothing. So if I use my multimeter to troubleshoot my probe here, just to verify, This guy right here. And nothing. Okay, so we straight up have to fix it. It's non-functional. It's non-operational. I actually didn't think to test it before dealing with all of this, but I guess we're going to potentially fix it. So first thing we need to do is we need to put gloves on, because this adhesive is probably like 7 million years old, and I don't want to get it all over my hands. And I have gloves down here somewhere. I promise. There we go. Okay. Okay. Second glove of the day. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what lurks inside here. Oh, well, that would do it. Oh, that, yeah. I didn't pull on it all that hard either. Like, it just is like, nope. Yeah, how somebody thinks it okay to fix an electrical lead like this, or a multimeter probe like this, is beyond me. Like, yeah, no, it's a no from me, dog. Just keep pulling bits off, I guess. Ew. I can feel the adhesive on the gloves. It is not pretty. Ew. Get off of there. It's all tacky and gross. She gonna need some goof off, or goof on. Ew. Gross. Gloves were the right choice. This thing is horrible. But yeah, this is why I tend to recommend to always use heat shrink tubing and never use electrical tape. Because, like, yeah, you know, for the first 10 years, the electrical tape might be perfectly fine. And then when it starts to degrade, it does this, and it gets all gross and disgusting. And, I mean, it's, oh boy, yeah, I'm gonna have to cut all the way up to here off of this. And on there for that. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. No need to like go any further with this. We need you. And we can just give this seal, 'cause yeah, it goes up there, but it's like straight up chewed. So I'm just gonna put that off there. On that end. Throw this out if it will leave my hand. Get rid of this too. Once again, just ick. And then we are going to take some Goo Gone and gone the heck out of this goo. Should come straight off of this silicone. You'd figure. Ew. So sticky and gross. I don't like it. They're what we call certified pre-owned multimeter leads. Yeah, boy. No. Glugon treatment. That should be fun, I think. We can take the gloves off now. Okay. I need some like paper towel, I think. I don't have any paper towels down here, which is annoying. I think I ran out of them. Yeah. I will be right back with some paper towels. Okay? You don't go anywhere. I'm going to be right back. Okay? Right back. Paper towels. We got it. And I might go ahead and, now that I brought those paper towels down, I might use one of these Clorox wipes. Too, just since it's pre-wetted. Just remove this goo gone off. It's got solvent on it. Might make this less gross. Okay. How y'all doing there? I'm right in front of the camera. Okay. So that's good. I think that'll do. I'll blow my nose quick here. That's what happens when you spend all day outside in the cold. Alright, so now I'm curious in terms of how much lead I have lost. How much lead have I lost? Probably quite a bit. It's not too bad. That's fine. I could put some more lead in there, but I think it'll be best just to splice. We'll go ahead and try to strip this down a little bit. I suppose I should start up a soldering iron. You will work. Get down here. There we go. You should be turning on. There we go. Sometimes it forgets, I think, but that's okay. But yeah. Oh, and I need to find. Do I have any red cable jacket like sleeves? I forgot where I put that. Down here. Okay. I do. Do I have any that are the right size? That's bigger than it needs to be. You probably will work. Oh yeah, look at that. Fits like a treat. Okay. Alright. So then we just need to pull that up a little bit so it's out of the way. And then we are going to go ahead and do a good old-fashioned cable splice. Which is... It's sticky. We gotta remove the sticky from it. I forgot. I used it with my sticky hands. Okay. We will remove the sticky from that. That is good. The sticky has been removed. Suppose I could just use a stripper, shouldn't I? Yeah. I mean, it's not ideal, but oh wait, it is actually ideal. It is most definitely ideal. There we go. And this We'll try it on 12 gauge and see what happens. No, we'll try it on 10 gauge and see what happens. We'll try it on 14 gauge and see what happens. Big jacket on this cable. I like that. Not have any wire. That far up? Okay. We can keep going until we get some 14. Yeah. I guess a lot of it had the wire pulled out of it. Yep, that's empty. Where does it feel like it has wire in it? It'll have to at some point. Yeah, that feels... Okay. There we go. We're getting the wire now. There we go. Perfect. Get her nice and tightened up. And I don't think I lost any material there for wire. So we'll grab the helping hands for this. They're useful for... Oh, hello. Okay, you're too high now. There, that's fine. We'll grab you, pop you right there. And we'll take you. And get these ready to commingle. Right. Ideally as close as possible. Right. Okay, so we need this end now. We're going 14. Once again. So you have to keep going until we get some. Part of me wouldn't mind double jacketing this. Just for a little bit of additional rigidity, we can double shrink it. We had a, there we go, slightly bigger jacket here. I'll make it good and rigid. Okay. The difficult thing with this is it's going to be like really interesting cable to do freehand like soldering with. So what we'll probably do is use our 3D printed solder holder here. We will flux our cable, flux it real good. Where is my... Actually, we'll use my paste flux. Oh, that's going to try to break it apart. We don't want that. Okay, we'll use liquid flux. Okay, I had some spill out. It's looking a little iffy. Okay. We got flux going now. And we just need to tin. Wire is good and tinned. Come on. There we go. That's good. And we take these guys and get them to get to know each other. Come on. Yeah, the downside of this cable is it really just goes where it wants to go. So. So like you can really not get pressure on the ends. Freehand. We're gonna have to use the tweezer. Right. Flowing. Come on. We were close there. She needs some flux. Don't want to melt. Oh boy. Come on. You can twist a little bit. Come on. Then we just go on the bottom. Okay, new plan. We take both of these, we hold them in the tweezers, right, together. Yeah, the silicone wire is really difficult to work with in this particular way. Not designed for this, but oh, that was close, but it decided to move. I might need to twist join this. Honestly, it'll probably make a better connection if I twist join it anyway. I don't like it because it's not going to make as clean of a bond, but it's fine. We can live with it. Oh boy, bit didn't come off. Come on. Okay. Now just twist join them. Ideally, as much as we can in this. Probably gonna need more jacking, aren't we? Yep. Once again, trying to do this as non-destructively as possible because I mean these are test leads, but. Alright, now we should be able to just twist them together. Right? In theory. That should be fine. I do want this to not have any bits sticking out of it though, so. Just trying to make sure this is also consistent thickness. Okay, so we can go like this. Right. Just twist this one around this one, twist this one around this one. Just trying to get this in a way that it sticks, but these wire strands are not very pliable, or they're too pliable, really. So the problem is they get really stuck on the tops, and they don't really want to. It's difficult to explain with words, but they don't really want to join. But I think I got them on there good and tight now, so should just be able to take this. Once again, not as clean as a joint as just joining two wires together, but in theory there should be a solid connection as you can get. Okay, flux, and then we just put a ridiculous amount of solder in this, and that should be all she needs. Okay. Pretty much until I just don't see copper anymore. That's kind of what I'm going for. Okay, that should be super well joined. Oh yeah. Did separate at another point in the wire before it separates there, so we're good. So then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and take this heat shrink. Alright. Try to, ideally before it forms around this, send it down, send down, come on, we'll do it there. Residual heat is making it so that it wants to start to shrink a little bit, so we'll do that, and naturally I'm getting drops again. Shrink our heat shrink tubing now. But I don't need to do it as well as I would like to, so we'll take out the big guns. That's why you buy a hot air rework station, right? Heat shrink tubing. Go. Now we're cooking with gas. It's so much better than trying to use a soldering iron. But you have to heat up your hot air rework station, so there's gives and takes to it. Pushes and pulls. I was gonna say you're supposed to sleep when you do that, so. And then we go ahead and take this one, we pull it the opposite way to where I was pulling it there, and just to give it a really nice situation here. Beautiful. Okay. Okay. And that should be a properly, like, reliable test lead. I suppose I should have probably tested it while it was, apart, but whatever. It's a test lead, it'll work. Okay. Get out of the way. I know I'm using 2 reds, but it's all really just copper at the end of the day, so, there we go. This one's fairly low in impedance. This combination here. Oh, no, it isn't. 28-year-old multimeter, But it works, right? That works. It's good enough for the tolerances that I've deemed required, right? So, very sturdy here. Like, I mean, you're not... That ain't going anywhere. And this is the proper way you'd fix a multimeter lead. Now, would I use this for high voltage applications? No, but like the things I do at my bench here, that's perfectly fine. Would not be recommended to use that for anything high voltage. Just keep that, anything where you could go zap. Probably not ideal. But, for, once again, just a standard, simple pair of bench test leads, yeah, I think that's good enough. Good enough. So, go ahead and pop. Okay, I want to get these somewhat organized. I really should just have the leads separate from the multimeters at this point, because I have enough of them. So this one has both of the older flukes, older small flukes on it, which is perfectly fine. I got... I feel like I'm short a black lead here. Like, am I going crazy or am I short a black lead? Nope, I have 2 black leads. I have 2 not black leads, so we should be good in that regard. These are to the newer fluke, I think. Oh boy. Well, my newer fluke has my little leads on it, which I like for bench test stuff. Oh boy. I'm losing my stuff, guys. I'm going crazy. Now we can go ahead and pop these on here, I guess. Pop this back over here, and then that is ready to multi another meter or something like that. Live another day. We'll go with live another day. That makes the most sense. Okay. These guys. I'll just go in here. On top. There we go. Like it never happened. Clean off my ceramic tweezers. Make sure they somewhat clean off. They shouldn't have melted or anything. They're ceramic after all. So that's why I bought them. Yeah, well, they look good. Okay. All right. So that's one. How many successful projects have we had tonight? 3? I'm trying to pad my numbers with the Turbo Duo fiasco, so you'll have to excuse me. Once again, nothing crazy. Hey, Batman, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. We just finished repairing a multimeter test lead. And today I'm just doing like really simple project stuff. So that's all that's going on today. Really simple, easy stuff. But my audio is very faint. I did not know that. I did move my microphone, so that might be the issue. Multimeter lead, cool. Yeah, yep. I can show you it just a moment here. I don't know why. Do I have a... Sorry if you hear this. Oh. I don't think I should have touched the gain knob, but that should hopefully be better. Maybe a little too high, actually. Yeah. Don't know how that happened. I just reconfigured a bunch of things, so... but yeah, my super old Fluke lead here, which I bought at Like It, but it was just completely shredded, so went ahead and got that repaired. So now I have more leads than I need, which is a good place to be compared to not having enough leads, I guess. But let's see. Way better, not too high at all. Good. Yeah. Thanks for letting me know about that. I really appreciate it. Once again, kind of just reconfigured this entire setup because I added a test bench over there. So I guess when I added that, I moved my microphone and I must have whacked the gain knob or something. Yeah, next thing we've got is, I suppose we can go ahead and knock out the OSSC, the Turbo Duo. I did a repair stream of a Turbo Duo that is still haunting my nightmares. So yeah, but OSSC. Since I bought a 3D printer recently, I made a case for my OSSC that is not dumb like the one that this comes with. Because the thing is, there's no mechanical bracing on any of these parts here. So like you can see the movement of this SCART port here. I don't like this at all. And HDMI is already flaky enough, just as a general rule. So yeah, we're gonna be basically taking this apart and putting it in here. So once again, really simple small projects today. I suppose the one thing that isn't super simple is I have a B-Hue zipper controller for the NES that I'm going to be troubleshooting and fixing. So that'll be kind of in the pipeline here. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and... I haven't looked at any instructions or anything like that on this. So try to find a screwdriver. Ideally a small Phillips screwdriver of some kind. You are a flathead, but you would work. Small Phillips, are you the right size? Yes, okay. We'll take it. Alright. So once again, not exactly sure how this situation goes together and pulls apart, but should be straightforward enough. Just take all the bits out and put it in the case is what I think the 3D print instructions said for the most part. So should be an easy enough project. They're on these really long screws. I don't know if these screws are the right length. This is specifically made for this model of OSSC. Oh yeah, that should be the right length. Okay, so that should be fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and put these in the parts tray here so they don't get lost. Yeah, it looks like just 4 screws holding this thing together. Hopefully it will turn out to be a very simple project, just something I've needed to get done for a while. Because yeah, this case is ridiculous. Like just the way it's designed. I've been wary of like plugging things into it and unplugging it. And unplugging things just because I don't want to damage the ports on it and then have to resolder them back on or replace them. Though granted, it looks like everything on this version of the OSSC is off-the-shelf parts, which is great. It's definitely what I like to see. And then you run into like the possible issue of potentially damaging the board rather than just shearing off components. So definitely something that I want to address earlier rather than later owning this thing. Alright, so we are into this part. So then we just have the bottom held on, it looks like, with somehow. Well, you are held on with just a retaining nut. That's simple enough. And then we just have the bottom of it. That, and it's difficult to put feet on this as well that are reliable and work. So it ends up just sliding around everywhere. So yeah, tons of reasons why I wanted to 3D print a new case for it. But yeah, other than that, I've had pretty good luck with this model of the OSSC. It's worked very well for me. Yeah, you do also have smaller screws on the bottom here, so that's good. So we can use whichever ones feel like they'll make the most sense. One more. But yeah, really enjoying having a 3D printer. There's just tons of things where it's like stuff that, you know, you don't want to buy, but it's like, hey, I can 3D print one. Like my Surface stand here. Printed this off so I can just keep my Surface stood up on the other side of my bench here, so it's not just floating around everywhere, which is nice. Yeah, we are in. We've got, how big is this card? It's an 8 gig, that's fine. If it was bigger, I'd probably pull it and put it in something else. Because I'm lower on 8 gig cards than I thought. Now, how robust are you mechanically? Not particularly. That's something that I was complaining about a little bit with the SCART port here. But I don't know if there's a way to make that more mechanically sound other than just putting it in a case that holds it down, which this one in theory should, I think. I take this here, should just stand on the standoffs, right, that are built inside the case. Okay, there we go. Yeah, just sits right in there. And that keeps that SCART port like pretty snug against the bottom at the very least. And then you've got which 3D printer do I have? It's a Creality Ender V3 SC. Ender V3. I think that's the full model name. I don't know. Creality's model names are really confusing. So, but I think that is the proper full model name of it. Why does this not want to go down on the end here? It's almost like these screw posts are too long, but I think it's just they need to be, oh yeah, they just need to be pushed in. But yeah, I think that's a, oh yeah, and you get some mechanical prevention of over pulling on the SCART port. Yep, the V3 SC, like the one with auto bed leveling and auto accessing, because I can't be bothered. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I kind of wanted to wait to get a 3D printer until I could get one that is high quality and does really high quality prints, but also doesn't feel like it's just, you know, a kit, right? Like I wanted something that like you take out of the box and essentially it works as if you get one, or as if you got like an office printer or something like that. Let's see if these screws are too long. I'm assuming the pitch on the threads are the same, so worst case scenario, we just put a different one in. I'm guessing these screws might be too long. Yeah, they're probably too long. That's okay. Just just use the shorter ones. And then I have some extra, you know, long screws around for when I need those. That's always fun. Okay. Do I get the... I suppose I get the pan of ice out. I have a pan of ice. I might as well use a pan of ice. Make my life nominally easier here. Is it gonna open up wide enough to go long ways here? It might not. Oh, it's just too short. That's unfortunate. That is okay. We can hold it this way. Well, I don't know if it'll make my life easier if I do it that way. Never mind. We'll just like push it against the silicone mat. And it'll be fine, I'm sure. Yeah, liking how this case is turning out so far. Makes it actually look like a real product and not just, you know. I'm assuming it should go in a little bit further than that. Yeah, then you can put feet on it. I just don't want to go too far and end up creating issues for myself. That is a little... There we go. That's probably fine. That's probably good. Just so it's nice and flat, and then when I put feet on it, it'll clear fine. But yeah, I've definitely been enjoying using that printer. I just had it set up on my bench here for a while, so I didn't end up actually getting to any actual projects because this rose up there, and I don't want that. Okay, we'll back it out here. Try to just... Hopefully that lines up. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this end has the power switch on it, so kind of gets in the way when you're just pushing down on it. Yeah, that's good. You just get the other two, and I think this will be a good case for it compared to the default one. It makes it actually look semi-decent. Because, man, that case, I don't know, just something about it screams like super cheap to me. And then, of course, the structural issues. Those are probably the more of the reason why I'm like, I need to do this. But that, and I've just gotten a 3D printer bug. So, of course, now I need to 3D print everything that can be 3D printed in my house. Like, I made a controller stand for all of my modern controllers. I'm thinking I'm probably going to have to do the same thing for retro controllers as well. Huh. I know that... There we go, yeah. It just didn't thread in as well as it probably could have. Looks like these screws are degrading a little bit. Like the heads of them are degrading a bit. They're not threading or anything, they're just degrading. From the little bit of torque I'm putting on them. Alright, last one. And then that should be good for the OSSC project. Um, Mine's going fairly easy. Now it's gone less easy. I have to push down on the case. That should be good. Now it's going much less easy. That looks really good in that case. Yeah, I'm liking it so far. I mean, definitely compared to the stock case, it's just... Okay, now it's... I actually wanting to cam out. These screws that it comes with are not really the most robust screws. Yeah, I don't want to go any harder on it, or else I risk... Oh, I gotta go like 2 more. It's pretty well threaded. Hopefully I don't need to open it. Or else I will need to extract that screw. But yeah, the only issue that I can see is there's no like mechanical brace for that screen in this design. But other than that, like I'd say this is a pretty good bit of kit here. I like it. I mean, I guess these seams didn't join up perfectly, but I'm not going to complain about something so small. So yeah, I mean, like compared to the case that it came with, yeah, that is way better. So I will take that happily. And don't get me wrong, I mean, like orange is my favorite color too, but it does kind of stick out. it used in this type of configuration, I guess. But yeah, the switch works. I wish they would have also put the switch on the front of these models too, just so you could like put your add-on board or whatever on top. And then we got power, VGA, composite, SCART. This does look like it could be in a little bit more, but yeah, we could probably push it down a little bit more. Lift it and back in. Or all the way out enough to, really what I should probably have done is just put a clamp on this. Right. That's a little bit better, I think. Alright, then we'll go ahead and find some feet for it. Always good to have a little pair of feet here. And then I'd say these are probably the best option. These are the feet I probably like the most for these kinds of things. And we'll just leave the screws accessible. That's the finished product. I would say that is way better than the stock one. Well, that doesn't work necessarily very well, but other than that, you just have to hold it down and flip the switch. Plenty of space for all the inputs. I am liking it. So yeah, that's that taken care of. I suppose next, I was just going to do another really little thing, which is doing a little bit of a refurbish to my test 3DS, because this is my test 3DS, and it is looking a little rough. In fact, when I had tried it a little bit ago, it wasn't reading cartridges. I cleaned it out, and it ended up reading cartridges fine, so hopefully it still does. Hopefully that wasn't just I had just cleaned it out and it sort of worked for a minute kind of thing. Hopefully that... Yep. That's working. So, that's good. But it has a couple glaring issues with it. For one, these scratches that come from the bottom of the... I'm assuming maybe a screen protector or something at one point maybe did that. But I've seen these on enough 3DSs that I'm thinking they might just do that. They might just scratch the screens. So... we're going to go ahead and give that a little bit of a polish, as well as just the whole thing, and just kind of try to clean it up, make it look a little bit more presentable. And what I like to use for these types of applications is just Meguiar's Plastex. It's made for taking, basically just cutting a very small layer off the top of headlights. Oxidization from plastic. So we'll just go ahead and take a little bit here and see if we can polish these out of the screen here. Just going to go small circular pattern here. Just barely any of it. And then naturally get it all up in the speaker. I forgot that was there. So hopefully that doesn't create issues, but how does it look compared to the other side now, doing that? Doesn't really look different, but it looks a little cleaner, so give it a little bit more. So you really don't need much on here. I should probably quit being an idiot before I destroy these speaker holes. Grab some painter's tape. And just cover these speakers. There we go. Now we can kind of go a little bit crazier on it. Looks like it might start coming out there. I don't know if that's going to. That is a lot of, I might need to use a more aggressive cut for that. Because that, like, you can really feel those. Like, you can hear them when you drag a finger across them. Yeah, that's what we might have to do for those. But we can do the rest of the body with this. Granted, it looks like these scratches are no less deep on this. Yeah, this is always my advice when it comes to just these clear, glossy plastic consoles. Is if you need to cut a little bit off of them to polish them up, just take a little bit of Plastex and rub it in until you get the desired the result. It's shinier, at least. But yeah, I don't know if these scratches are going to come out once again. These are like some crazy deep scratches. This was a $5 3DS that the pawn shop find one that the charge port was broken on it, and I've since fixed the charge port, but the whole thing is just kind of in disarray, and the circle pad too was like completely roughed up. So, like the washer that goes inside of it just was not functioning. I think that's a light, so that's fine. Yeah, it's definitely shinier. It just, it's going to have those scratches on it unless you, like, took 1200 grit and 600 grit, then Plastex. You'd probably be able to get that out. But which we can do. I just don't have any. I was going to say, you're going to turn on. There we go. You can just take these off now. We get good volume out of it, hopefully. Still. Yep. Okay. Sounds like I didn't destroy that speaker. That's good. But yeah, it at least works as a test 3DS, but I don't think I'd sell it to somebody ever. but having a test 3DS is nice because you can test 3DS games and regular DS games. Then all you need is a test Game Boy Advance SP. And you've got all of the Nintendo portables up to Switch. Kind of makes things convenient. So, but yeah, my goal is to have a test game of pretty much every common format, as well as a test console of every common format down here eventually. I don't plan on having like 27 Witara Supervisions in my possession, to test stuff, but just the common stuff is really what I'm going for. Alright, so then next, oh boy, we got the thing that I thought was going to be probably the most project-y of everything here. This BHU Zipper, which is kind of a cool controller. I'd love a Switch, but they're a bit too pricey for me. Oh yeah, I do enjoy the Switch quite a bit. I actually bought it on launch day, and I suppose at this point I'd probably wait until whatever Nintendo announces next, because I mean, it's getting to the point where, well, for one, for what a Switch is, I mean, like, it's kind of debatable because you got the software library, which is like really expansive now at this point because you're at the end of the life cycle. But the thing is, you're at the end of the life cycle. So, I mean, what if Nintendo announces a new console with backwards compatibility, right? Then that kind of makes it difficult to justify a Switch. But yeah, I can say that I really enjoy mine. Once again, got it on launch day. So, and yeah, I've played it a ton. But, so, definitely comes recommended, but kind of just whenever, Honestly, I would say, at this point, the nice thing about the Switch is the used market's flooded as well, because there's just so many of them out there. So if you're ever looking for a Switch at this point, I'd buy used, or just wait until, Nintendo announces the next console. Because, I mean, really, it's probably going to happen here, I'm assuming, very soon. The Switch is now, in March, it will be 7 years old. So that's kind of insane. I mean, comparing it to the Wii U's life cycle, which was about 7 minutes, I mean, granted, for a non-supported console, I think they did get like 4 years and change out of it, so... Yeah. Well, I got 4 years and change out. Well, I didn't get 4 years and change out of mine. No, I bought mine in 2014. 2016. So I got 3 years-ish. Probably a little less. And then, of course, Nintendo goes and discontinues it. So now they're actually kind of desired again. What can you do? But yeah, this is a zipper by BHU or BHU? BHU? I'm assuming BHU because on the pawn shop tag there they put BHU. So, but yeah, I bought this in 2021 for $5 from the pawn shop. And the reason is it's essentially an NES controller. Third-party NES controller with... How did my start button get that chewed up? I don't remember my start button being that chewed up on this controller. That's bizarre. Did I damage it while it was over there? I hope not. But anyway. Yeah. controller. This one's a little bit bigger, so might be a little bit bigger for, you know, big hands. But the other nice thing is, of course, it has turbos on it, which could definitely be useful. And it's very difficult to find controllers in this configuration for the NES that have turbo switches. But yeah, it's a really nice form factor. Control feels fairly nice. But the issue with this controller is, for it to work, you have to have the cable pushed this way. So, like, it'll work when you push it like this. It won't work when you don't. So, that is what we are setting out to fix today. And we'll also just give it an overall cleanup. Now, the difficult thing is this is like a sticker or whatever, so I can't, like, ultrasonically clean at least that part. But I could ultrasonic clean the back. We'll probably end up doing that. Let's see. They used plastic tapper screws, which, you know, cheaper device. What can you do, right? But the funny thing I did find on this too, I don't know if they legitimately bought these from Nintendo or if they I don't know what they did, but man, they use the exact same down to the branding plug. Like they both say Nintendo on them. So that's kind of funny. But not something you expect to see on some random third-party controller just using Nintendo's play. I'm assuming Nintendo is probably the only people that made them. That like potentially sold them. So I guess that makes sense, but because you don't have the third-party accessories market that you do today. You had third-party controllers back then, of course, but not like these ones very often. I don't know if these are sought after or not at all. I remember like looking at it and being like, yeah, it's worth fixing, you know, on eBay at one point. But like, honestly, it's worth fixing just for the experience of fixing it for the most part. So, because as a general rule, I enjoy doing this. It's sort of something that I have to do out of necessity because everything I buy tends to break. So I've just had to get good at fixing things because I can't afford to just go out and, you know, buy replacements of everything. But, okay. But, ooh, this is quite the interesting build here. So we got, Mystery Bug in there. That's good. I think it's probably a bug. I'm guessing it's probably a bug. There we go. Mystery Bug is gone now. Good and stuck on there, that pad. Yeah, then we just got a couple little chips on a basic, super basic board. Just Toshiba controller of some kind there, and a GS controller of some kind there. A couple capacitors, couple resistors. Really nothing too crazy here. Soldering job leaves a little bit to be desired. Though granted, it looks like they used leaded solder, so that's good of them. Oh boy, soldering is a little wacky. So yeah, we can go ahead and... I'm assuming it might be in the way that this is crimped together, like that. So I mean, what I could do is I could just clip down some of this controller because it's really like only up here that is the issue. So, and this controller is plenty long. I'll probably just clip this down. And then all of these wires are different colors. So I will just replace them one by one, I think. It's probably the best option. Because like the thing is I could just test them individually. First, just so I know which wire is causing issues. I did just fix a multimeter lead after all, so we get the opportunity to use it, which is always nice. Yeah, the only annoying thing is now this lead is slightly shorter than this one, so they don't like wrap together perfectly. But we'll go ahead and put this on continuity, on beep mode, and will you be small enough to trigger. I might need a smaller probe. Probably smaller probe. Okay, that's okay. We'll use you another time. Just wrap these together. I think I have the small ones plugged into my other multimeter. Go ahead and... I don't know if it would save more time to unplug them or just use the other multimeter. I guess we'll never know. Yeah, these are smaller leads that came with the automotive meter, which is kind of nice. They're adorable little things. I think they're full branded, but they might not be. They might have just been included, so that's fine with me. Hopefully these will fit in here. Don't really fit very well. I'm thinking I'm probably just going to need to redo. Yeah, they don't fit. We're just going to probably redo the wiring, which is fine. Does not make much of a difference to me. Give us something to do here. Oh! On a blue. So I don't want to run it too much on a full big beefy American 110 voltage, but we can use it for this. Gives me an excuse to use it, right? So, and it did cost me like $190. So we'll take any excuse we can get to use it. Where did I put my solder? There it is. Warms up pretty quick too, so that's nothing to complain about. Not as quick as one of my Kesker irons, but still, you know. There we go. Okay, that's good. So we go ahead and just put it on there. Worth every penny. That's so cool. Okay, we're going to turn it off so it's not heating too much longer than it needs to. And then the difficult thing is I need to find a place on the bench where I can put this without it burning anything, because I just 3D printed the stand for it, so. But yeah, that is pretty dang sharp, if I do say so myself. You just clear the solder right out of there. Oh, that is so nifty. Okay. Yeah, we can go ahead and just shore this down with my wire stripper. I mean, it's not ideal, but I've already made the ideal joke. It's an ideal brand wire stripper, so we can go ahead and skip the so funny, Dusty. Anyway, go ahead and clip this down, and then we'll take about this much jacket off, I'd say. It's probably fine. It's not the easiest cutting jacket in the world, but we're getting somewhere. Okay. There we go. Could have probably used like a big wire stripper, but whatever, it's fine. And then they have it wrapped in toilet paper. That's convenient. All right. So then we'll go ahead and brown, blue. So we can start with brown here. These are really small. Probably 30 AUG. Smaller than my stripper. I do need to get around to getting a wire stripper that does like 30 AUG and 34 AUG and all those tiny sizes. I think I took a little bit too much out of there. Try this again. There we go. That's probably fine. Okay, so now we can go ahead and... I don't know how much of this is visible, by the way. I'm still practicing doing this whole live streaming thing, so... the shake to wake up thing doesn't work very well on this iron. Go ahead and tin this up. We could probably tin all of them at the same time, honestly. Okay. Save me a little bit of nuisance. This jacket is not the best jacket to just pull freely like this. Not much you can do other than like rewire the entire controller, which I'm not doing. So should hopefully work. So many wires. I was gonna say, why haven't they invented a wireless soldering iron? But they do actually have wireless soldering irons. I own one. But they're not nearly as good as wired ones for, bench work and stuff, so. Good old cancer fumes. Oh boy. Yeah, that's good. Okay. If you would please. And then you should just pop in through the holes. Oh yeah, they are fully cleared through, which is so nice. You could just see. I mean, you can't see because I don't have it under the camera, but you can just pop these right in. It's so nice. I don't need this plugged in anymore either. I can unplug it. It's off, but still, I mean, I just needed it for that. I don't know, my brain was like, well, maybe I need it to put it back together too. I don't. But, man, that thing is so nice to have. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, I'm going to buy one at one point in my life, right? At some point, I am going to own a Hakko FR301, right? Or, some kind of high quality desoldering gun. But how many cheap ones am I going to buy? And how long am I going to go without it in my life, right? When I could just own one, right? So that was my justification of purchasing it. Was just simply, I'm doing enough of these projects now. I'm having a lot of fun with it. not having one of those was making them a lot less fun. So just buy ourselves a little. But yeah, next stream I think is going to be recapping my NES. That is going to be the current plan. So that's coming down the pipeline for sure. I should probably test too to see if my brake was. Well, I'm not going to be able to reliably test if my brake was in there. Okay, we can do these two more. We can go for a twofer here. Once again, probably be nice to do this on camera. I was basically just stripping those ends. There was really nothing exciting going on, but if I'm live streaming it, I might as well be showing it, right? And we just tin our wire. And then we are ready to go ahead and pop these back in. Basically just a lot of repairing broken wires today is really what we're doing. That's today's stream, guys. It's just repairing broken wires. Okay, so we got brown, which I just remembered I had to cut down a little bit more, but I don't think it should make too much of a difference. How little I had to cut down. Okay, brown. And I also did just remember that I'm pretty sure they go through like this, and then they solder in up there, which would make sense. So it'd be the sensible way of doing things. Brown. And then we can go ahead and just tack brown in. Good, good. Then we got blue. Tack her in. Try that again. Oh, jeez. Transferred some heat up in there. Oh, boy. Didn't realize that these wires were going to transfer that much heat that quickly. Okay. Come on. You can do it. There we go. And we got white. Green. Naturally, I gotta fix a little bit of that. Green. Yeah, even just having that for a split second, these wires just bring in the heat. Green and black. Okay, then we can go ahead and just flow solder onto these. test trigger here. Make sure they didn't jump. Good. It's 3:30 here. I better head to bed. Oh yeah, no problem. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for letting me know about that mic issue. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it was good talking to you. I hope to see you again soon. Hope to be back streaming again here soon. I know one thing I do plan on doing is as soon as I get my step-down converter is recapping my NES. It's good meeting you. How often do you stream? Hopefully a little bit more often now. I took a little bit of a hiatus for the last couple weeks because Persona 3 Reload came out. And the weather in Iowa has been really nice for this time of year. So I've been out biking and that kind of thing. So, been outside. But that being said, I do plan on streaming a little bit more frequently here. I'm trying to get one a week in, at least just doing little projects like this. But yeah, I have all kinds of projects planned now. Like, one thing I have planned is, of course, that NES recap. My Genesis needs recapped. And RGH3 mod for my Xbox 360. Just electric bicycle. Just a cheap electric bicycle I've sort of souped up a little bit. So, but yeah, that has been fun. I've been thinking of doing maybe the odd stream or two on that, like a project installing a new motor on the front, so I have two-wheel drive. That could be fun. But yep, e-bike. Got it last year in May, and I've absolutely loved it. It's gotten me outside a ton. It's got me a ton of exercise. I've lost I lost 60 pounds and then gained 15 of it back during the winter. but hopefully, at least it'll be easier to catch up than it will be last year. But yeah, it's been getting me outside, and I've just been really enjoying it. Getting to see some of the trails out here, and going out garage sailing with it, though. Garage sales have been a little bit light for finding video games and stuff like that. It's still been really fun. But yeah, I suppose I should probably go ahead and plug this thing in and see if it works. Hopefully it does. Because I can't imagine what other issue it might have been other than just, where the wires crimped is not a really good design. It's been good chatting. Keep up, mate. Hopefully I'll see you again. Yeah, hopefully. I appreciate you watching. It's been a fun one tonight. Been good getting back into it. We'll get this put back together, and then we'll give it a quick test, see if it decides to... And I'm not going to route it like that again, because I'm thinking that might have been what caused it to fail initially. And I'll just be careful not to pull on it when I use this controller. But I don't know what I'm getting caught up on, though. Maybe that post there, and then wrap around here. Huh. That seems on fairly decent. A little weird, but that's the design of the controller, I guess. Okay. Yeah, that seems together again, more or less. Oh yeah, now it seems like it clicked in. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and run over to the NES. Well, the Retron 3 instead of an NES today. And I just realized there's no way for you to see the screen. I will do the play-by-play on if it's working or not. Because, yeah, I'm going to have to figure out a way, like a camera over here or something like that. Do we have select? No. No select. Interesting. Oh. Guess it took off a little bit of a screw post somewhere or something. Oh yeah, that thing up there is off. Well, we'll just use a potentiometer here. not a potentiometer, or whatever the heck this is, conductive pad is, and then we will try it. Do I have nothing? That's weird. I don't see where I could be having issues here with this working from here. Oh, maybe it's because the controller's not plugged in properly. Try that. It would probably help if I plugged it into player 1. Yeah, that would do it. That would maybe make a difference. Okay, so I'm playing Duck Hunt now. Get me to Super Mario. There we go. Seems to be working fine. I can't test 2 buttons at once. It's kind of the flaw of this system. Hey, but yeah, that seems to have solved my problem. So that works out. I have to find all of the little bits and pieces to this thing. I don't know what these paper bits are. Probably something for the potentiometers. Or not potentiometers, the keep on saying potentiometers when that's not the right word. The conductive things that change it to turbo and whatnot. Yeah, I'll just put all those in there so I don't lose them. But I'm thinking I will probably go ahead and call it for the night, because I will probably, well, yeah, I'll probably go ahead and get my ultrasonic cleaner out and clean the plastic bits here, other than this one, because this one is stickered. But yeah, that's really all I had lined up for this stream. We accomplished everything. We have 5 out of 5 successes, pretty much. The 3DS was just kind of a bonus, so clean it up. Wasn't. Well, I was hoping that might take those scratches out, but it didn't. So we'll probably just have to take some like sandpaper to it or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I had for today. I didn't really have anything else planned. Got a good little, I guess, hour-and-a-half stream, which is kind of what I was planning for as well. But yeah, just getting some little projects done before I get into my, well, for one, my NES recap, my Genesis recap, all of those, and then I've got my RGH3 mod. So depending on if, time-wise, I have more time or less time, because RGH3 is going to take a while. But recapping an NES doesn't take that much of a while. So, depending on how much time I have, either next week or later in the week, that'll probably be the plan. Or maybe I'll do RGH3. That might be this weekend, though. I'm thinking what I might do is recap NES sometime this week, and then RGH3 sometime next week. Or sometime this weekend. So yeah, that should work. But anyway, this has been Dusty. Thanks everybody for watching.